Hey, everybody. Welcome into the St. Johns County Show that's on in the morning. We've got a show for you today. It's going to be a good show. Got a lot to talk about. Got some lots of updates on affordable housing. Mm-hmm. Lots of affordable housing stuff.
It's going to be a big theme for us today.
Yeah. Hopefully it's a theme for us all year.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a theme for builders all year and the county government. Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for your stamp.
You don't sound too optimistic about that, Floyd.
We've been trying to do it for 30 years. We finally got around to it.
Well, we finally got around to talking about it more, at least. So we're getting there. Some of this is encouraging. We talked about a Wildwood Road development yesterday, right?
Oh, I'm seeing a lot of somethings on this one. Yeah.
Yeah. I've got a little more information, and some of it I like. Some
Yeah.
of it seems really good.
There's definitely some people that are concerned with this one.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'd love to hear some of those concerns when we get into that story as well. Let's see. So lots of affordable housing on the table today, which is good. We've got a Florida woman accused of crashing through a gate at the Jaguars practice facility.
Really?
Yeah.
Hot-blooded.
Wonder why.
There's no one there now.
You're right.
They're not in the playoffs.
Postseason, baby.
Yeah. At least it wasn't busy.
Yeah.
Okay. And we've got some money tied up in Tallahassee for Flagler College, and Senator Travis Hutson bill to regulate gambling in the state of Florida. You know, I'm seeing a lot of commercials. I'm sure you guys are seeing the commercials that are popping up. It's legal here, or whatever they're saying.
Yeah.
Come gamble. It's fine. So we'll talk about it.
Oh, good.
We'll see how this will impact the gambling scene in Florida.
Yeah.
A lot of people who love the fantasy sports and that.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
No, I mean, Hard Rock already has a casino there. I don't know. I mean, and if they take away Hard Rock again, you're going to be able to gamble anyway. So I don't get it.
I just got my Hard Rock app.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
This
So
is
you're
getting
all
into
in, huh?
Excuse
Glad-
me.
Blake and I have it too.
Wow.
I
Okay.
love slots, man.
All right.
I'd rather the money stay in Florida. Because
Yeah.
there's other places.
Oh, this is interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll talk about it, Travis.
Davey, you're not a fantasy sports guy?
No, I have no idea what it is.
Oh, dude, I will tell you this. I did a fantasy team when I was working for the sports station back in the day.
Okay.
And it does help you pay attention to sports more. Like, you become a sports aficionado.
Okay. So you
Because
just
you're
grab
always
random
watching-
players and you put them on a team and you're
Yeah,
like,
well,
I'm going
You draft them, and
Yeah.
I mean, and the only thing I don't like about it is, say, I'm a huge Miami Dolphins fan, and say they're playing the Broncos.
And you've got Broncos
And
team
you got a
members.
Broncos quarterback.
You're out there rooting for the
You're like,
Broncos.
oh. You have to root for the guy that's playing against your team.
Right.
And that's the part I don't like.
Gives you a whole other perspective on watching sports, man. It really does. It changes watching sports
You do
for
keep
you.
up with it more.
So
Yeah.
similar to LARPing or no? Okay.
Not
all right,
really.
Sorry.
Not
Yeah.
really.
Really trying here.
More chicken wings.
Okay.
All right, so we'll have those conversations. Those will be fun. And a whole lot more, man. It's going to be a fun show today. Glad you guys are with us here this morning. And before we get too deep into the show, I will remind you about the world famous The Florida Man Games, presented by Floyd. Oh, that's Bozard Ford Lincoln. We love them too. Sponsor of the Florida Man Games, by the way. And hosted by OMG, it's Wix. We got another big announcement Friday.
This Friday.
Friday, yes. Another very famous Florida man. I'm excited about announcing to you guys. We're going to have big announcements for celebrities for the next few weeks, which I'm excited about.
You see, Wix did a reel about Florida Man Games yesterday.
I saw that.
really
I saw
cool.
That.
Yeah.
That was a great one.
It was a really cool one.
Guy doing a push-up under an alligator's head.
Don't do that at home.
Dude, lots of gator clips there. People must really look at Florida like, what are those idiots doing with these dinosaurs? Why are they putting their lives on the line with these dinosaurs?
And that is what we're doing. We're highlighting these incredible people out there.
And it starts off with the girl trying to feed the alligator Cheetos.
Right, I know.
Boy, what are y'all thinking?
Are they kittens?
Everyone knows alligators don't like Cheetos.
No, they don't.
No, everyone knows that?
Yeah, they get stuck
I
in their
didn't know
teeth.
that.
Everyone knows that.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Oh boy, we're gonna have the mullet contest out there. We're gonna have our Florida Man pinup girl contest as well. Selfies with live gators, chicken coop bingo, and these are all in between the actual Florida Man games. So there's always gonna be something for people to do. It's gonna be a weird, wild, awesome time. I was having team meetings last night. Oh, these were great. Everybody's crazy, including myself, by the way.
Okay, good. Yeah, so that was great. So are they excited about doing this? Are they training for it?
Everybody is pumped. Everybody's pumped. I don't know exactly how everybody's training, but I have to imagine in very unconventional ways.
Sounds like a lot of Mountain Dew. Okay.
Yeah, so the Florida Man Games, big announcement Friday. Can't wait to tell you more about what we got coming at you at the end of this week. So make sure you check back with us on the morning show. And of course, we'll announce that on the Instagrams. If you're not following us on Instagram, do that. And Facebook as well. And TikTok too. We post a few things to TikTok. There's a few videos on the TikTok, including one of the team videos, which is great. Talked to the Cooter Commandos last night.
Cooter Commandos.
The Cooter Commandos were one of the teams I talked to.
They're like the hometown favorite, I think.
They are, well
they're not hometown though.
They're not
No, they're
hometown,
not.
but I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I know what you mean. But the hometown favorite is Team Hanky Spanky, which I also talked to last night.
Oh, wow.
And if you guys want to see their video, you got to go to the website, thefloridamangames.com, and click on videos. That one is worth the watch. Now, we can't play it, and I told him this, we can't play it on social media because it's all copyrighted music, unfortunately, which really is terrible because I really want to share this with everybody. But that's why I put it on the website. Okay. Nobody's going to take it off my website, that's for sure. So go there, check it out, and thefloridamangames.com. It's going to be great. They are hilarious. Also, if you want to get in shape, by the way, our friends at Amp Gym are going to give you a free month membership just for buying a ticket. So if you have a ticket, if you've already bought a ticket, go down and show that to Amp Gym, and they're going to hook you up with a month membership. And to Team Hanky Spanky, by the way, you guys get free training up until you guys get like 3 months of free training. So that's awesome.
That's incredible. That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome. So check in with our friends at Amp Gym for all the perks. All right. Also, big shout out to our friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln, kicking off their 75th year serving St. Augustine in Northeast Florida. 3 generations, their team have been growing to meet the needs of our great community. Out there at Bozard Ford Lincoln at I-95 and State Road 16, they've got a ton of Fords and Lincolns and a great selection of pre-owned vehicles of just about every single make and model that exists. They got the state-of-the-art service department, the quick lane for express service and parts, and of course you got to stop by Ford's Garage. Get one of those 904 Now burgers while you're there.
Oh,
they are.
So good.
I was in there just about a week ago getting one of those things. Amazing. From delivery of your new car and your very own driveway to mobile service for your fleet of company vehicles and anything in between, the team at Bozard Ford Lincoln ready to meet your needs in a way that's designed exclusively for you. Check them out. They are driven to inspire. They are Bozard Ford Lincoln. Also, big shout out to Fidus Roofing, Great Expectations Realty and Auction, Cheba Hut Toasted Sub, St. Augie's Pizza, BHF Insurance, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, Griffin Service, Amara Med Spa, and Willow Mane. I tried to do that without looking, and I got one of them out of order, and it messed me all up.
You're so good.
Threw up the whole rhythm.
Threw up the whole rhythm, man. Jeez. I used to do like acting and stuff when I was a kid, and I could memorize scripts great.
I know.
I've been reading this for 2 years, and I still can't get it right.
It's nice. It gets harder. I know.
That memory, boy. That memory. All right. Good morning, guys. How you guys doing?
Hey, happy Wednesday.
Hump
It
day.
is. Yes, we are halfway there.
Halfway there.
How's it going in the booth?
It's going good, P. How you doing?
Good, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Doing wonderful today. Question of the day, Troy.
All right, question of the day is, what historic figure do you associate with or connect with the most? Like, you feel like, okay, I want to be that person, or I could have been that person. So.
Okay. I'm going to let you guys go first because I really have not been able to come up with an amazing answer for this. So I'm hoping one of you guys' answers will inspire me to think of something good. I don't relate to literally anybody in history.
I know, I'm such an original.
I think we all are a little bit.
I mean, really, yeah.
I mean, I have a hybrid. I mean, I definitely could be like Truman Capote and Andy Warhol and Elizabeth I all in one.
Okay.
For you, I did have
a very interesting
For you,
mix.
I did have Andy Warhol.
Yeah, I really resonate a lot
Yeah.
with Andy. Yeah, yes.
I had a
Little bit of a screwball,
the art side, the quirkiness, and
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was thinking.
I'll
Andy
high five
Warhol
you on
for-
that one. Yes.
So that's exactly who I had for you.
Go ahead, Clay.
I had Nikola Tesla. Because I just feel like people are out to get me, and they're always like cutthroat and stuff, and
It feels like.
they steal my ideas all the time.
And you got that techie side to you, so I think that's a good answer.
Yeah.
So,
They can take your recipe, Clay, but
I'm
it'll
too-
never be your sauce, buddy.
That's right.
I'm too nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had to train myself to be a little bit meaner over the years. That's for sure.
Direct. We'll go with direct.
I knew you
yeah.
when you were meaner.
Yeah.
What?
You actually become subdued.
I'm subdued?
In the last 10 years. I don't know.
Great.
what you
Don't
were-
give him edge.
I don't know what you were before then.
We're smooth operator.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. You want me to go or you?
Yeah,
you
go
still-
for it.
Okay.
I still got nothing, man.
And mine went more on the historical side and stuff like that. And it's a person I kind of wish I was more like, but I do have some traits like. And that's Ulysses S. Grant.
Oh.
Okay. And the reason I say that is he did things even though they hurt his career. He liked to have a drink or two.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
All
Right.
But he did things that he felt was the right thing to do, even though it financially hurt him or it hurt his career in a lot of ways. And I've done that throughout my career where I was like, okay, this is just the right thing to do, and I'm going to do this. So I think Ulysses S. Grant, like one prime example is when he got married, he was bequeathed a slave. And
What?
that same day, he went down and signed. He was flat broke, and he signed away and gave the freedom to that person.
Oh wow.
So his wife's family was slave owners. They gave him the slave as one of their wedding presents. And that day, before they even did anything on their honeymoon, he signed away that person's freedom.
And wasn't he really empathetic to Native Americans too? I think
Oh yeah,
he was.
no,
Yeah.
he really was a person that's kind of overlooked in history, in my opinion. And
Okay.
he saved our country twice. So.
Twice. Yeah.
I think, even though I know very little about this guy, the only thing I can really think of is Charlie Chaplin.
Great
Always trying to
guy.
do something new. I love comedy, making people laugh.
Yeah. Great answer.
So I'd say something like that.
Yeah, I had you more of a Howard Stern.
He's still alive.
He is still, no, he is still
He's
alive.
still alive, just now recovering from the disease we
that's
don't
true.
talk about.
And he's kind of douche now.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's kind of douche
He
now.
has
After
changed
that,
early on.
God, early on, I grew up with
Right.
that every day of my
Right.
life. My
He
father
was so
made me
good.
listen to that. Man up, let's listen to the Stern.
but he was. I mean, he was early on. He was like so edgy and stuff like that, and creative and ahead of. And you were that guy. I mean,
Dude,
okay,
totally.
I'll give you that. You were ahead.
Unapologetic. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
That's actually a good
You
compliment.
thought of this like years ago.
Yeah.
So it's
Manifested it.
you know,
All right.
so
All right. Good answers.
cool answers in there.
We got anything good in there?
Ish.
Alice Roosevelt, Sacagawea.
They're more
Okay.
interested in Team Hanky Spanky.
Yeah, Hanky
Ah.
Spanky checked in.
Okay. Oh, good. Good to have Team Hanky Spanky there.
Yeah.
Very excited for them.
Great video and fun talk with those
So
guys
excited.
yesterday.
Yes.
Check it out after the show, though.
Yeah.
That's right. Definitely check it out
Don't go
after.
clicking things.
No,
You
go
said
to their
that 20
videos.
people left.
Don't click
I know,
anything.
right?
Yeah. Come
We're
on.
in the 90s. Now we're in the 70s.
If any teams need non-copyright music, hit me up,
Yeah, there you go. Clay can compose that for you.
Don't
or I
forget
can just find it.
Or he could find it.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
It's now time for a quick check of the weather, Troy.
Cool and clear.
Good. A quick check of the weather brought to you by Great Expectations Realty and Auctions. We have great expectations for today. And Great Expectations Realty and Auction can sell your home, your business, and everything in it. Check them out at geauction.com, gerealty.us. Now to Clay Blaster for our morning traffic report.
All right, and it is cool and clear on the roadways too.
Okay. Very nice. A lot better looking than yesterday out there, for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
It's pretty nice. And our let's see, our neighborhood of the day is
Oh, boy. neighborhood of
Osceola Elementary School.
Osceola Elementary School.
Don't
Okay.
drive there.
That's okay. Yeah, that's right by my vet. Yep.
And
Okay.
also West King.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else is new?
Yeesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
A lot going on today there.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Thank you, Clay, for that morning traffic report. We appreciate that. Of course, Amara Med Spa brings you that traffic report. Are you stressed out because you're stuck in traffic? Enter the world of pure rejuvenation at Amara Med Spa. Their top-notch professionals offer revolutionary treatments and revitalizing facials. There we go. That target your specific concerns. Hey, you have high standards, and so do they at Amara Med Spa. Say goodbye to stress and hello to radiant skin. Visit theamaramedspa.com to start your journey to a more vibrant you. Amara Med Spa. What was that?
It was just a nice martini clinking in the background.
Oh,
Yeah. Very nice.
okay.
Oh, don't mind me.
It's
All
breakfast.
right.
Breakfast, yeah.
I was going to say, I was going to give Clay a very sarcastic and somewhat mean comment back, but...
The old Pete Melfi would have,
the
but
old
the
Pete
new
Melfi would have. Maybe the
one.
old Pete Melfi would have. But Clay already complained about people being mean to him this morning, so I'm not going to pile on to that.
Thank you for listening to people. See, that's nice.
See, the old Pete Melfi didn't care what other people
Right.
were going through. Jeez, man.
Internal customer service is just as important as your external.
That's right. Yeah. All right, let's start the show, guys. Like we haven't been on the show for 17 minutes. Some sad news this morning. Some sad news this morning as we learned of Mr. Otis Mason's passing. This was from, I believe this was from a post from his daughter, Pam Mason. I'll read this for you guys to start off this discussion. And I know Troy's got more insights on Mr. Mason. She says, the word of God states that there is a season to live and a season to die. But we know that those who die in Christ never die. Our father, Otis Alfonso Mason, drew his last breath on earth earlier this afternoon, joining his mother, father, brothers, and the rest of his family members in heaven. He was an honorable husband to Murtis for 73 years, a stellar father to Dee Dee and Pam, and a legendary example to his grandson, Jamil. We ask that you keep us in your prayers and provide the privacy needed as a family while plans for his life's celebration are made. Thank you for your understanding during this time. As we reflect on Mr. Mason's contributions, I think this was the post from the school. The school posted this, posted her note, and then a few comments from themselves as well. They say, as we reflect on Mr. Mason's contributions, let us honor Otis A. Mason Elementary School by continuing to uphold the values and ideals that he cherished. May his spirit inspire generations to come. Beautifully said. And Troy, what are your thoughts here?
Well, I mean, he was just a warm-hearted man. He was a great man. He was our first black superintendent, and
I didn't know that.
It was when our superintendents were elected, wasn't appointed. So I mean, it was even more impressive. But you know, he was instrumental in civil rights, even though he had to kind of be a little subdued with it. But when Dr. Haling's house got shot up, Dr. Haling, Robert Haling, wasn't home, but the wife and his kids had to jump into the bathtub, and the house they went to was Otis Mason's house.
Really?
For solitude and for safety.
I know. Where
So
that
I mean,
is,
it's just to understand like the subtle part of history that he plays in our lives and what he's done. You know, he gets credit also. I mean, all the superintendents get credit for the reason we're number one in the state.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't just start with, I mean, and I love Tim Forsum and I love Dr. Joyner. It didn't just start with
Dr.
Tim,
Aber, yeah,
Right.
no,
you know, and it you know, it started then. And, you know, I'm friends with his daughter, Dee Dee. We've worked some real estate deals together and, you know, just all the love in the world because he was a man about peace and love and just a brilliant.
Big baseball player too, right?
Brilliant guy.
Yeah.
No, he was an excellent athlete, what I
Yeah.
understand. I mean, you know, he was in his 90s when he passed. So he was already, when I met him, he was at the end of his career and I was at the beginning of mine.
Oh, wow.
So, so it's there's lots of things I don't know, but I know his heart and I know his family and what they've done for our community. It's one of those guys that's like, you might not see his name on everything, but he touched about everything.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, must have had an impactful career with the school board. I mean, he's the elementary school has been there since I can remember, and not many people get things named after them like that while they're still living.
They're alive.
Right.
While they're
right,
alive.
Exactly.
And well, I mean, it's and it's been there almost 30 years.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So, I mean, we're fortunate he was in our community. In the movie Field of Dreams, there's a guy named Doc Graham that's like, he was very impactful to the small town. Mm-hmm. He was the guy who missed out on having his shot in the big leagues. But when he went back to the small town, he had a bigger impact. And I look at Otis as a Doc Graham kind of guy. Like, we were fortunate that he came to our town.
Yeah.
We were fortunate that he was a part of our community. So
amazing human.
And our hearts are definitely with the Mason family this morning. But thank you for sharing that, Troy.
Yeah.
That's what an amazing impact. What an amazing guy.
Yeah.
All right, let's see, guys. We said we were going to talk about a little bit about the affordable housing stuff.
Okay.
So we've got a little bit more detail about a development we talked about yesterday. Proposed neighborhood in southern St. Johns County has some residents talking about the impact it might have on traffic and wildlife. This is, of course, the first question that we see kind of raised with any new development, of course. The development is called Osceola Lakes. It would include 640 homes, which we talked about yesterday, and a new road connecting Wildwood Drive to Watson Road. Residents are worried that the new road may add too much traffic to Wildwood Drive and Watson Road. It's a 2-lane road, both of which are already, 2-lane roads, like I said. They are also concerned about the impact that development would have on the wildlife in the area. Lots of woods around there, lots of animals in those woods for sure. Mm-hmm. The developer of the projects, Greg Matavina, said that there is a proposed alternative loop through the development that would help alleviate some of the traffic on Watson Road, he says. He also said that Wildwood Drive would see more traffic, but that it could withstand the extra cars.
It's so swampy there. That's my other question. It's always wet, and no matter where you go, it's like a giant swamp. So how are they going to do that?
Yeah, I mean, they've got their ways, right? So is Davis Shores. I mean, Davis Shores is just nothing.
And I kind of laugh at how old I actually am, because
so do we.
but like when I was doing Treaty Park, everyone was so mad at me because it was so far out of town.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, right. Now it's like in town.
And now what's all out there next to Treaty Park, all the housing developments and stuff like that. And this one's going to be added right in there in it. It's incredible what's there that wasn't there in the early 90s.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, the golf course is out that way. So, I mean, there's amazing wildlife out there. There's bears, there's deer, and we're
pedestrians.
just squeezing it. So, to me, it's going to come down to concurrency of, adding these extra bodies and cars to Wildwood without making improvements, because like you said, it's a two-lane road, and sometimes coming left onto Wildwood out of one of those neighborhoods,
right.
It's a street I'm on quite a bit, and coming left out of there, it's kind of like playing Frogger.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's only getting busier with kind of the expansions, all the stuff going on that US 1 side of Wildwood. It's just there's a lot more traffic around
I'm
there.
even going to tie homes into this conversation, because have you guys driven? I get nervous for the people that are on bikes or walking. I mean, seriously, it is a cringe moment, because they are literally
road. It's
every
definitely
day.
a similar road out there on Wildwood as far as that's concerned.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, the concurrency component would be the make or break moment if I was sitting on the planning. Whether or not it's too much, or what they're going to do, what this development's going to do to make it safer coming out of that neighborhood. Because right now, I think it's almost at its breaking point.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But I haven't seen what it is, but to me, that would be the breaking point of, a thumbs up or a thumbs down vote.
So kind of the affordable housing part of this is that 30% of these homes would be required to be sold at $260,000, which is far and away the most affordable. Even though we look at that it's $250,000 is the lowest we can go these days. But $260,000 is by far the best price for a house in St. Johns County. I think if you look wherever you look for real estate, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Troy, but there's literally nothing available in St. Johns County for $260,000.
Do we just sit pretty? Like, what do we do here?
The inventory is at that level. It just stays on the market for a day and gone. If there's anything out there at that level,
and it's not very desirable.
What's out there at that level is either in a tough neighborhood.
It's in my neighborhood,
or it's absolutely destroyed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but they're flying. I'm serious. Like there's one for sale sign in my neighborhood, and the next day it's gone. Like literally.
And we're still talking about people getting interest rates at 8% and 9%.
Right.
Like in 1978, that'd have been amazing.
Right. True.
But also houses were $35,000 back in 1978.
We're spoiled with the interest rates and what they have been in the last 15 to 20 years. But I mean, I don't know how long that. I don't know if that's the component that I would allow. It would come down to more public safety to me, and then the affordable housing component on that side.
Right.
So,
yeah, that's understandable. And it is that 2-lane road, and even coming out onto US 1 is just a mess. It's a mess off of Wildwood, and you add 640 at least new cars to that equation.
I got an offender bender there a couple years ago.
Did you really?
Yeah,
that
lady
does
was
not
turning,
surprise me.
and then decided to stop, like an idiot. And so I'm like going with the Turned out to be the wife of one of our.
There, Davey?
Well, it's Italian for like I can't believe I did that. But it turned out to be a board member from when I was on the Education Foundation board. His wife.
Oh wow!
Could you imagine?
That's great.
Whoopsie.
Davey was off the board the next day.
Real quick.
little luck of that.
Still has to go before the county commission for a final decision. It's not clear whether the commission will approve the project as is, given the concerns of residents. So that'll be one to keep an eye on. Also, let's see, Ability Housing. Recently picked up 3 parcels of land just about 2 miles south of downtown St. Augustine, and they plan to develop the land and build 92 affordable housing units. They say both St. Johns County and the city of St. Augustine are very worried about their own workforces, have been for years. They are commuting distances, and they've worried about folks like firemen and policemen and women, of course, and people working at the hospitals, living too far away, and choosing to change their jobs to be closer to where they live, or just move out of the county altogether.
Yeah.
Seen a lot of that. So Ability's affordable housing community planned to be called the Villages of New Augustine. I think we've touched on this one before, right?
Yeah.
Hopes to help that problem by offering new 2- and 3-bedroom apartments. They say, according to I mean, this is good for renters. This is a good thing for renters, which many of us are. According to a study by the National Law Income Housing Coalition, someone working a minimum wage job would have to work 92 hours a week to afford a 1-bedroom apartment in St. Augustine. That's insane. In St. Johns County. More information about the study and those figures can be found here. There's a link. So yeah.
Click, smell the screen.
There you go. Oh, not working. All right. You said smell the screen?
Yeah, there it is.
Also,
now all of a sudden
working.
it works. Nothing? No.
Yeah, no. In 2025, they're proud to say that they try to provide affordable housing for people who want to live and work in St. Augustine. So we'll see how this goes. Let's see. They give definitions of affordable housing. An additional 10% of the units will be set aside for households earning up to 50% of the average median income. And the remaining 10% of units will be reserved for households earning up to 33% of the AMI. About 80% of the apartments are available for residents earning 60% or less than the area median income.
I think that's over by the new dollar store on North Volusia is where this is going up. I watched them knock some stuff down yesterday for a groundbreaking. I guess is going to happen today. I don't know, something like that.
Okay.
But yep, there goes my dog walk area. I'm telling you, I'm losing my greenery. It's fine. Whatever. We got to do it.
And you're in the same position as a lot of people, right? That Troy loves to call NIMBYs.
I'm totally a real NIMBY right here, but I get it. I'm trying to be a nice NIMBY.
Nice NIMBY. That should be your newest shirt in your
nice NIMBY. I'm writing it down.
Right. Nice NIMBY. All right, man. So there you go. I mean, affordable housing coming along. Let's hope it's actually all affordable.
We got Habitat coming in for afternoon show.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Yeah,
So that's timely.
Yeah.
That'll be good to talk to them about some of this stuff, man, for sure. All right, another thing that's just getting too higher, gas prices.
Oh, man.
We'll talk about this, and we will give you your Gas Buddy gas report here this morning. If you're seeing good prices out there for gas, please drop them in the comments. Let us know. The lowest price for gas went down, actually, by 1 penny. Today.
Oh, well, that's something.
Something. The Mobile and Circle K at 800 South Ponce is at $2.98 this morning. Your Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevard is at $3.02. Citgo at 1099 South Ponce, $3.03. We got the Owens at 780 South Ponce, $3.04. Sunoco at 2199 North Ponce, $3.04 as well. The Gate has dropped multiple slots here this morning to $3.08.
Wow.
$3.08 this morning.
Jeez.
Up 9 cents from yesterday. Sunoco at 450 South Ponce at $3.09. The Shell at 2350 North Ponce, $3.09. And the Circle K on 207. Also, $3.09 this morning. You got any report from Costco or anything?
I have not seen it yet.
Yeah, 285.
Okay, 285.
285, yeah.
All right, good deal. If you get in trouble for any reason, you can call our friend Chris Lucero, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. 904-822-BAIL. He'll get you out of jail. It's as simple as that. If you're in trouble, you're hanging out at the Hardwick Hotel, and you don't want to be there anymore, well, one guy's got the keys to get you out, and that's Chris Lucero. Give him a call. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, the number one name in the bail game. Available for you 24/7 to provide fast and reliable bail services. 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. Live music time here for today, and we've got, well, a few more than we had yesterday. Jim Lamb at the Milltop Tavern at noon. Smoke and Joe Shower at Trade Winds at 1 o'clock. Reggie Starrett at the Milltop Tavern at 4:30. We got Evan D. at Southern Vibes Tasting Room 6 o'clock. Heather Craig at Old Coast Ales at 6. Joe Downing at Salt Life at 6. And Brad Upton. Cafe 11.
Brad.
8 o'clock. Old Bradley. Now, of course, Griffin Services brings us that live music mic check. Your home's comfort is their top priority at Griffin Service. They do AC, plumbing, electrical services, plus unique offerings like standby generators, water softeners, and gas work. They will give you a free service call and an upfront quote. You can experience fast, friendly, and affordable services 7 days a week. 904-500-2653 or visit griffinservice.com and see the Grifference. Also, of course, our friends at Fidus Roofing. You guys know I love a good discount, but what I like even more than saving money is making my money stretch as far as it can possibly go. Getting the absolute best deal for what I have to pay. And the team at Fidus Roofing going to get you the best value for your home or your business when it comes to your roof or your pavers or your gutters, by the way. So you don't have to worry about the storms that are out there. Boy, it's always a weird feeling when you got storms out there and you start to hear things going on with your roof.
Yeah, doesn't that make you feel uneasy?
Yeah, I heard a couple of those yesterday.
Yeah, you're like, ooh.
Yeah, man. So, for a great roof and a great value, trust Fidus Roofing. 904-355-ROOF.
They do pavers
And gutters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yesterday, there was a big truck outside the house, you know, and you know, my house is old and stuff like that. So we kinda-
Small road.
and it was like right next to like Lemon Street right there, and it was like, and it sounded like a train, and I literally was like,
What is going on?
a tornado.
all of us kind of looked at each other, and I got up and looked. I was like, "Oh, it's a truck." But there was like a 3 or 4 second delay where all of us in the room kind of looked at each other like,
Yeah.
"Is this it?"
Whenever there's
the end?
anytime there's a tornado warning, everything sounds like a train
Yeah.
to me. I mean,
Right.
just rolling thunder. Oh my God, it sounds like a train. It's a tornado.
Right.
And I live close enough. I can't hear the train every once in a while if the wind's
Right.
blowing right. So-
Right.
There was actually a state of emergency in North Florida
Yeah.
for tornadoes.
No,
Yeah.
well, and about
Kenny, I saw Kenny made a post and said
Yeah.
there was a tornado headed as well.
about 15 minutes earlier, Blake had said, "Oh, there's a tornado warning on us." I was like, "Where is it at?" And he's like, "It's probably up in Juliana Creek," but it stuck in my head.
Yeah,
at that
Right,
point, you know?
right,
Right.
yeah, because now you know tornadoes are possible, and that was the big fear with this whole thing. Look, I know to a lot of us yesterday just felt like, oh, it's just a little bit of rain, it's no big deal, but their big fear was that this was a storm that was very, very capable of producing tornadoes, and
I definitely saw like maybe 20 minutes of it. Was like, okay, there was something building, and
yeah.
There
Yeah.
was something yesterday.
Oh, there was also something recently at the Jaguars stadium, not winning, but
A human tornado.
a human tornado causing some damage to a fence and a glass door.
Oh wow!
Yeah. 32-year-old woman was arrested Monday night after, they say, intentionally crashing her car into the point. She was mad.
She lost a lot of money on those guys.
Right? She was gambling. She lost a lot of money. No, we don't know if that's the case. But Jaguars practice. She crashed her car into the Jaguars practice facility, the Miller Electric Center, located next to Everbank Stadium. The woman allegedly drove through a gate and crashed into glass doors at the facility. I don't know why this is hilarious.
For me,
to
it's
Davey.
funny because I have this vision of her like getting out of the car and be like, I can teach these guys how to play ball better.
See, I had her getting out going, "Can I get an application?"
I can do it better. I see her as like an angry lunch lady.
Why don't you get an application for a coach?
Yeah, pretty much anybody could have the last 5 games.
Yeah, right. She might have been better. They say no Jaguar staff or security personnel were injured, so that's good. The woman faces charges of DUI. No way. She was under the
Oh,
influence.
not sober.
Jeez.
Interesting
Didn't see that coming at all.
choices. What
You
choices?
didn't? DUI, property damage, aggravated assault on a police officer, resisting arrest. Don't touch me. God, and criminal mischief. Jaguars released a statement saying that this was an isolated incident. Well, I sure hope so. If they would have released a statement that said, "We're concerned there are more people out there who are going to drive their cars into our practice facility."
They released it. Our defense failed again.
Troy for the win. That was good, Troy.
Very nice. Very nice. Jaguars released a statement. No one isolated. It was an isolated incident. No staff was hurt in the that portion of the facility, and the investigation is still ongoing. What is there to investigate? I mean, this seems pretty cut and dry.
Well, we're not sure if it was her.
Somebody told her to do it. She was under the demise of somebody else's planning.
Yeah, seems pretty cut and dry to me. But they will offer no further comment on this issue. No further comment. So glad nobody was hurt.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But
Maybe they'll use that as their excuse to go to London. We're just scared of the Jacksonville Jaguars fans here. We can't do it. They're a lot nicer in London.
Get ready.
They drive on the wrong side of the street.
Right.
Yeah. I got to drive on the wrong side of the street earlier this year. That was weird to get used to.
Is it?
Yeah.
It really is a strange feeling.
Yeah. Right down US 1, which was even crazier. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. It's like, were you detoured or how did
Yeah,
this?
no, I was hanging out with this lady that was driving into the stadium.
Wow, she's a real winner.
Yeah. Well, at least somebody at that stadium is.
It's a weird feeling when you're driving on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, it is.
You know,
it's something you got to get used to.
You know, and you're taking a little left turn, and like you naturally want to go out that way, and you gotta.
Especially if you're still in a vehicle that's like the American side of the steering wheel. Yeah, man.
That's the way it is in the BVI. It's all of them are on the American side, but you drive on the wrong side.
Yeah.
So, or the left side.
I wouldn't drive.
Yeah, the other side. All right, billions of dollars in requests.
Billion.
Billions of dollars, including millions for Flagler College.
Oh.
Piling up in Tallahassee, they say, as the Florida legislature prepares to return to Tallahassee for the 2024 season. Individual lawmakers have submitted billions of dollars in budget requests for various projects and initiatives, many of those here in St. Johns County, of course. The proposals right now exceed $3.8 billion in the Senate and $5.99 billion in the House. They're going to be scrutinized and negotiated during the session as the new state budget for 2024 and 2025 fiscal year is being crafted. One of the fiscal proposals came from Senator Travis Hutson. Senator Hutson requesting another $35 million for a structural remodel project on the historic Ponce de Leon, located at Flagler College campus. Where is that exactly, Troy?
But the
Hotel Ponce de Leon.
Yeah, it's the Hotel Ponce de Leon. It's the main building with the towers. On the east side just got redone. All right.
Right.
Mike and his crew did an amazing job on the east side. Now the west side, that project was only on the east side of the hotel side. Now the west side needs to be brought up so that we don't have a situation where everything collapses and
Right, because that was like a water pipe or something in there, and it just destroyed.
A sprinkler on like the fourth floor burst, and the weight of all the water kind of collapsed it down on the east side. So it took out over like almost 59 rooms or something like that, almost 60 rooms. So, and that was part of the reason why they had to buy the hotel on US 1. They needed the space anyway, but that kind of forced that to happen. So,
yeah. So, well, that would be good. That would be nice. I feel like Flagler College could cut themselves a $35 million check and do that themselves. It's like nothing to them.
But that goes to the children.
Yeah, their endowment's pretty healthy.
Yeah. Senator Hutson also talking about gambling here in St. Johns County. The state of Florida, actually, not just St. Johns County. We don't really have gambling here, do we?
We have Best Bet.
Oh, we do have Best Bet. That's right. I forgot. They're so new. I just forgot about them. I know what that means from Davey. Amid an effort by state gambling regulators to rein in companies accused of operating potentially illegal online betting games, State Republican Travis Hutson has filed a proposal, multiple proposals, I guess, that would set up regulatory frameworks for fantasy sports. It is Senate Bill 1566, proposed by Travis Hutson, would authorize the Florida Gaming Control Commission to oversee fantasy sports businesses and require the businesses to be licensed. Now, this would not be a cheap licensing process. The application fee, this is just the application. This is not even your approval. The application fee would be up to $1 million.
What?
And, well, they're gambling. Look, they bring in so much money.
Okay.
That it's just like, if that's the cost to do business as a gambling institution, then it's worth it for the gambling place, honestly. And annual license renewal fees of up to $250,000. Could you imagine forking over $250,000 just to keep your license every year? It's a lot, man.
Seminoles are...
How much are these people winning?
They're snickering at that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably still don't want to do it, but it's not a big deal to them. Let's see. Another bill, Senate Bill 1568, would add additional definitions of fantasy sports to the state's law, which currently does not address fantasy sports. I didn't realize that. Hudson's proposal would define fantasy sports contests as, quote, a fantasy or simulation sports game or contest offered by a contest operator or a non-commercial contest operator. This is just government speak. In which a contest participant manages a fantasy or simulation sports team composed of athletes from a professional sports organization. A whole lot of words there. Let's see. The bill would also prohibit the contest operator from being a contest participant, which is, of course, good. let's see, 4 days. The Seminole Tribe, there we go, ramping up its sports betting operations throughout the state. Amid efforts by regulators to stop fantasy sports operators from offering games potentially violating the law.
Yeah, and then I did a quick figure just on their hotel alone. Their hotel minimally makes about $300,000 a day.
A day?
Wow.
Just the hotel.
Wow. Now I see why you're in the hotel business, Troy. Jeez.
I have picked the wrong paths in life.
But
Go ahead.
Their hotel has almost like 500 rooms, 600
Right.
rooms.
Their hotels are
They're
massive,
huge. They're
lots
huge.
to do. They're an attraction in themselves.
I mean, it's a resort. It's a full-on resort. I mean, it's a quality
In?
casino. Oh no! I mean, everything's there. I mean, it's a spa. It equals what you'd see in Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that shakes out. Troy, how do our comments shake out today? How do you want to take a look at those, man?
On this Wednesday, I'm just going to wander through the whispers of our whimsical watchers.
All right, sir. As you do that, I'll remind everybody that Bates, Hewitt, and Floyd, they set the standard that your home is more than a house. It is where your memories are made. They provide peace of mind and insurance to protect your biggest investments. Having a reliable local agency like Bates, Hewitt, and Floyd with over 40 years of experience in homeowners insurance, auto, commercial, and benefits can be a valuable asset in navigating the unpredictable insurance market. They have the expertise to help you find just the right coverage for your needs. Christy is our local insurance agent. She's readily available at the St. Augustine office, conveniently located across from Flagler UF. She offers complimentary policy reviews, which is great if you are looking to make sure your insurance coverage is up to date and suitable for your needs and affordable. Give them a call, 904-794-5455, or visit them at 165 South Park, Suite C. And of course, our great friends at Willow Mane Beauty Bar. They are your hair's best friend. If you are tired of looking tired, head over to Willow Mane. Feeling like your hair's in a rut? Willow Mane is your hair hut. Not sure where to fix your frame? Take your mug to Willow Mane. From classic highlights to hair extensions, whether your hair is oily, crunchy, curly, straight, limp, or a little bit of a wimp, they'll whip it and clip it into shape. Don't let a hair emergency stress you out. Give them a call today. Book your next appointment. Check out their latest specials on their Instagram at Willow and Mane Beauty Bar. And dudes, today is Men's Day.
Hey.
So go out and see what they got out there just for you at Willow and Mane. If you need a little bit of a beard trim, or the hair's getting a little crazy, or the eyebrows are starting to look like Troy's, then
It's a little bit.
just had to wake Troy up. I just wanted to wake Troy up.
A little
there.
spruce in there.
Willow and Mane. They're great. All right, Troy, what do we got, man?
I can't believe you said my eyebrows look like a party favor.
Just too
I have to go home and trim now.
Shape them up. It's called shaping the eyebrows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do the little clipper with the comb and the zzz.
Yeah. I used to do that too. I used to now I just put a number 2 guard on there because my eyebrows get out of control too,
Yeah.
man. I mean, they just get scary looking.
Should go to Willow and Mane and get them sculpted.
Yeah, there you go.
So, all right. So, comments on the question of the day. There was a Davy Crockett and a Daniel Boone out there. A Janis Joplin.
Yeah, that's a great answer.
Yeah, Janis Joplin's awesome. And someone asked if you stopped at the Hard Rock on your trip to Tampa. You drove past it. Did you see the Hard Rock Hotel? Or
Not that I remember.
You went the back roads?
No, I went the back roads on my way there.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
And I want to give a quick little thumbs up to St. Johns County for not overreacting on the storm yesterday. Now the kids don't have to have a makeup day.
True.
There you go.
Every other county's
True,
got to have a
true,
makeup
true.
day.
Yeah.
St. Johns County's like, yeah, we'll give you an hour.
Right.
Parents
And
are
it was
like,
the
I
right
want
move.
my kids in school an extra day.
Yeah,
Right, because
but
they have to work.
But it was the right move. The weather came in well after that, and everybody got home safe.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely.
90 hours a week they're working. They want their kids in school.
Right? Yeah. You got to work that much just to be able to afford a 1-bedroom, apparently. Troy, what do we got for STOITM stat, man?
All right, so this one goes along with our gas report.
Okay.
On this day in 1901 is when you think of a state in oil, what do you think of first?
Texas.
Texas, right?
sure, yeah.
All right, this is when in Beaumont, Texas, at Spindletop Hill, is when the first big gusher was hit in 1901 in Texas. And the gusher kept going off for like 9 days before they could get it capped. It kind of just blew up within that year. It tripled in size. And this is where Mobil came from. All the oil companies that we growl at today basically sprung out of this date in 1901. So, it was a big day for us being independent, because before then, before 1901, cars were just getting started. So we didn't have, and trains were running off of coal and not off of fuel, liquid fuel. So it was a huge day in changing the dynamic of our entire country and the world. So
How about that?
Yeah, man. Okay. Very good. Good storm stat. Some people don't love that storm stat.
yeah, there's not a lot of oil lovers out there.
Storm stat. Hey, everybody can agree we love St. Augie's Pizza.
That's it. There it is.
No matter what you're into, whether you're an oil lover and you love as much meat on there as possible, or you're a veggie lover and you just want a veggie pizza and you hate oil.
But just profiled those two people. You might be a veggie person that likes oil.
Just try to tie in oil.
It's world peace over there.
Made with, I mean, you got to try that Cuban pizza when it's available. Stop in there and ask about that today. Boy, I need to go back for another Cuban pizza.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh my goodness, man, that was so good.
Yeah.
So I ate like 3 slices of that, and then also went back for 2 more slices of pepperoni.
Yeah, Kenny actually just said in the comments, Cuban pizza looks better than the pepperoni, and it tastes better than the pepperoni.
I've got a picture of the Cuban pizza. I should swap that out up there for the Cuban pizza picture right there. St. Augie's Pizza, right in between Riberia and ML King. You are going to love it. Plugs, Troy.
Well, plugs. We're actually doing Blake's birthday dinner early, so tomorrow is Blake's birthday. So if you get a chance to say happy birthday to Blake, tomorrow is his 23rd birthday.
That's exciting.
Happy birthday in advance. Like, I'm glad I finally get to get a birthday in advance instead of a belated birthday. I'm usually the belated birthday guy.
I'm always the late guy.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Blake.
Yeah,
That's
Blake.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
We're going to celebrate a day early.
There we go.
We've got Habitat for Humanity come in at the afternoon show, so tune in at 3 o'clock today.
All right. Very good. Clay, anything to plug?
I'm going out and touring the fairgrounds for the Ooh concert coming up.
Here it comes. Yep.
Yeah, so everybody, if you haven't gotten your
interesting.
tickets, do that.
It was really cool because we called the fairgrounds to see about setting something up for next year, and their calendar was wide open for the date that we wanted. And then we called them, and they said, "Ha, you guys can't have that date." It's very interesting.
that's
Very
not-
interesting.
What?
Yeah,
They're like
2025.
They're like, you work with Troy.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't know if that was it. I don't think that was it.
you work with.
Maybe that was an accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's Ooh concert. When's the Ah concert?
It's
That's the
in
after
2
party.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2
Okay.
weeks.
In 2
Nice.
weeks, you are correct. Yes. Electric Winter Wonderland. Ew.
Oh, there you go. Interesting that they were booked out in 2025 for the date that I was looking for. It really is.
It was
shocking.
It was a cat show.
Yeah. And we're having county folks in all the time now. It's really very interesting. We've got a set appointment to talk to county commissioners once a month now. And they've got a problem with us doing an event in 2025.
It was the cat show.
They want to see how
The
this
worst
goes.
show I ever did ever.
Yeah.
Well, that's where that cat show was at the fairgrounds.
Was it
Yeah,
really?
It was
Yeah.
the worst show I ever did on the radio or any other show. We've done thousands of shows.
Wow.
Together. Yeah, the worst show I ever did.
Wow.
What was that one?
Jeez.
It was the sweaty balls show of my life.
Sweaty balls.
Yeah, we might. All right, never mind. We're going to stop talking about that because I'm going to get real bitter and real angry here.
Yeah.
You guys have a great rest of your day. We will talk to you soon. St. Johns County, let's work something out. Let's figure this out. Come on. Stop.
Bye-bye.
Don't do this.